Say happy Friday. Yeah, happy Friday. There you go. Oh my gosh. She's going crazy today. I'm so hungry, guys. I'm so hungry. You want the blueberry? She said yes. She loves them. So, little recap for everyone. We have been building our lot, and it has a mercantile and a church, a school, and a barn. And we're working on the mercantile right now. The church is basically done besides fixing the chairs and, like, putting some stuff in the cemetery. Or, I'm sorry, the graveyard. The barn is done besides terrain. The school is, half done. I'm still waiting to see if Ingeli responds on the desk again. I think I will message her maybe tonight, because it's been like a week, just to be like, so did you look into it? We'll see. If she didn't or doesn't want to or can't fix it, we will switch desks. But I just want to make sure before I switch them, because if she's actively working on it and it works, I don't want to switch them and then switch back. You know what I mean? That would suck. So now I'm switching gears. We've been working on the mercantile, and we've gotten some rooms done. Today, I do want to work on, I think, the kitchen. I might try swapping the kitchen a little bit. So ignore this room. This room is in progress. But this room is the one that is basically done. Hello, you're not supposed to be in here right now. This room's basically done. And I love it. This is their, like, parlor, sitting room, living room, family room, all in one, essentially. And it looks so good. Like, so good. I love that so much. This clock actually moves, by the way. It all looks fantastic. But yes, it just needs, like, a couple little details. But other than that, this room is done, I would say. The living room is where I was at. And saying that it's done besides, like, really small details. Like, if I want to put some photos out or whatever, like, then I can add that stuff. But here's the living room so far. And the piano's functional, the fireplace is functional, like, I made it very functional. And there's lots of room because we're gonna have lots of Sims, so it will be a good place for them to hang out. And there's also room for, like, kids' toys, so we can bring out some stuff for them to play with, and I think that will be good. And then the dining room is essentially done as well. I do want to put something on the wall there. I don't know, like, if I just put a portrait or maybe... I was kind of thinking, you know the little collage portraits where it's lots of portraits together? I think that would look good there. But also in, like, the corner, we're probably going to need more high chairs, so maybe just, like, we could just plop 2 down. Like, they're going to have plenty of kids, you know? And then the kitchen is what I really wanted to focus on today, if we can. I have another idea for the layout, and I want to try it. She put her head under a blanket, and she wags her tail and barks. And it's the funnest game for her. I want to try another design in here because I'm not loving what I have. And I think that's why I've been having a hard time decorating it, is because I don't love it. So I have some other pictures to go off of. And then my mom sent me some inspo during all of this chaos that I want to look at. It's still going to be relatively the same because it's a kitchen. I want to try something else. I want to see if I can get the vibe right, because the vibe doesn't seem right now. Let's just move all those in there so I have them. So I have, like, this and stuff too, right? And this. Yeah. I'm going to try to make Better Build By work for me too, even with CC. I think we can make it work. I may even take the time at some point whenever I have the time to put all the CC that I'm really not using and that, like, I don't think Rose is using, and I can always, like, show her it too to make sure she's not, and delete stuff, because I have so many sets that I downloaded that, like, there's stuff in the sets that I'm not using and will never use. I might do that to help bring down my CC a little bit. Okay, this is just our lighting. Oh, there is 2 there. That's just our lighting so we can see while building. That's fine, that's fine. I want to go look at the picture of my mom, and I can share some with you guys too. I want to show you the kind of the vibes I want to go for, and some of these pictures were the ones I had open the other day, but I didn't save them all, and yeah. You know. So this was my base inspo picture for the vibe. You can't really see the whole kitchen, so it was more of just like, I want the kitchen to have that vibe. This kitchen to me feels very, like, inviting. I feel like it smells good. It's very bright, even with the dark woods, because the walls are light and the windows and the curtains, and it's just, I love this picture. I would frame it, put it on a wall. You know what I mean? And then I also found this picture just briefly earlier, trying to show the whole, like, they just had random tables for workplaces instead of a bunch of counters like we do. And I just find that so interesting. But nowadays, we use things like islands and built-ins and stuff, things that back then they wouldn't have unless they knew how to make or could pay someone good money for it. Which is why a lot of their kitchens just were a bunch of random pieces pushed together. Let's see what else my mom said. This one looks really cool. This one we did briefly look at the other day. And you just notice how it's just a bunch of, like, random pieces, but it works, it's functional. And we talked about this the other day, but back then, the kitchen was not somewhere that people saw. You either had people cooking for you, or if you cooked yourself, but it was always behind a door, right? You didn't have like company come into the kitchen. Nowadays, I feel like we hang out in kitchens in a lot of people's houses because it's like the centerpiece in a lot of homes. Or if you have an open concept, like the kitchen's just right there and it looks really good and everything looks nice because everyone sees it. Well, back then, it was just functionality. That's just where you cooked and no one else saw it. And also the door being shut is for fires as well, because if there's a fire, the door would help contain it in a room. So there's multiple reasons, but very interesting because yeah, you can just hang stuff on the wall. It doesn't have to look good. It's just functional, right? And then they didn't have all the cabinetry to hide stuff anyways, which we do nowadays, because you would have to know how to build that or have the money for it. Yeah, so there's that, and then this picture too. But like, just take a look at it. Obviously, I feel like there's always like some chairs. And then, like, they have their tables, which are just, I don't know, whatever they had. And then the hutches, which we have one, and it doesn't currently fit in the kitchen, and I kind of want to make it fit. So I do really like that. This picture is cool, too. And these are ones my mom just sent me. Just, like, again, you just have, like, the hutch stuff so that they have some storage. You have lots of shelves, so just display everything else. Not display, like, nicely, but just so you know where it is. With, like, how just everything's open. Like, look how they put their plates, even. It's hysterical to me, because you just don't do that nowadays. You don't. You put stuff away, and you keep it from getting dusty and everything. This picture, let me zoom out, because it's a little blurry. There you go. Again, just the workplace tables. So I kind of want to show that. Because then, with decades, we like to see things progress, right? That's a big point of doing a decades challenge, is seeing things change over time. To start it in a way that's like this, I think would be more fun to see it change into cabinetry later. And have it be counters and like cupboards and stuff later, because that's like what we know now. So I want to do that. I think that will be good. Any other pictures? Oh, this, hutch later becomes the, you know, like the who's your cabinet or whatever, and where we found that that's not even like invented till later, but that's just when someone plopped a name on it, because it's in all of these pictures, and a lot of these pictures are from farther back, so it's timely. Just the actual like named cabinet is later. So we have one of those, and it works as a counter, and I think it'd be perfect. All right, so these pieces, I don't have to keep this piece, but I do love this piece, but it is very large. It was more of a space taker-upper. This, a punk bed crib. This is technically a counter, and it's perfect. And I really wanted to use it, and I couldn't figure out a way to use it. But if I switch the whole design, I think this is my way to use it. This is cool because it has, let's just grab all the pieces out. How about that? How many different pieces are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's move them out here. All of these are functional counters, but they're made to look like random tables because that was a thing. Like we were looking at those pictures. So like this is a corner counter, which is functional, but it looks like a tiny little table. And then this one is the same as that. And then there's this one with a little drawer. And then there's this one. All functional counters. And I really want to use them. Yeah, I don't have to use all of them, but like ones that work, because I know my Sims can work on them. Yeah, I've always wanted to use these, but like it's hard to make it look right. And I guess it's because it's not gonna look right. Not how we see a kitchen now. So it always looks wrong when you throw random tables around. But then you go and look at the pictures we just saw, and it's like, but that's what it was. And it looks cool in the pictures, I think, because all the decoration in it, just like it's a vibe, and then it really makes you think of back then versus just throwing a random table in the room. It looks wrong at first. Okay, so we do have this, and then I have this. So these are our main objects we need. We have an icebox. We have a stove, a wood burning stove. We have, this is technically, they can cook here. This is a counter for Sims, and then it is slottable, and then the rest you would imagine what's in the cupboard. And then this is a functional sink that we would put a pump next to. So the pump with the sink, I could put the pump in the sink. I know Rose had suggested that, and I was like, that's weird, but if we didn't want a cupboard, you could. A counter. But we could just put one in it, as long as it was still functional for the Sims, so we could test it if we didn't want to put anything next to it. Because otherwise, if that was the case, then we would just need, and I think I love like a couple of these. This one's probably my fave, and then like this one. And then if you want a corner one, fun would that be? Right? Because a lot of these pictures, let me go grab one again. I will say the stove has to be on this wall, unfortunately. I don't love it on that wall. I mean, it works because we centered it and stuff, but it's because when we are playing with the walls down, when this is on the side walls, it disappears. So if a Sim is cooking there, it looks like they're just cooking in midair. You would have to always have the walls up, which I do have the walls up a lot, but I also, when we're actively playing, I do half walls. It has to be back there. But, like I said, we don't have to have this. This I was using for space. I love this item, but honestly, most of them don't even have that much food readily available. This could even look cute in the store, as like they're selling stuff from it. I might put that in there for now. Or a good object later, because they don't have a built-in pantry here, so maybe later they have that with when they add cabinetry so that they can fit more food in here. That could be cool too. But we could do like, this is a corner one, right? And Sims can actually cook on it. You could put this like right next to here. Like, I think we could make this look so cool. Or what, the little one, this one? Because you want something by the stove that you can theoretically be prepping on. Ooh, we could put it right under here. I'll center it in a second. Look at these pictures again. Having something near the stove, not to catch on fire, but to like prep on would make sense, right? And then you want a big prep table in the middle to make like when you're baking or you're making a big meal or you're chopping lots of veggies, like whatever you're doing. Something big, which honestly, we could put the functional stuff off to the side, and in the middle, I could do a display. We could use a real table that they can't cook at, but you know how I have all the like display food where it looks like they're cooking, but they're not? Like they're baking? We could do that. We could put a high chair in the kitchen just to look like, you know, if your kid needed to be in there. And now that the high chairs work, and by that I mean if they put a baby, if they put an infant or a toddler in the high chair, they don't ask to come out right away, even if they're not eating or something. We could actually, like, if we're having the mom work in the kitchen, put a baby in a high chair, so we could have one in here. That would be really cute and functional. Those can just be good space fillers. So let's say we go like this, right? And we'll have to make sure my Sims can, even though these are counters, make sure where we place them, they can actually cook, because Sims are finicky. Something like that, right? And then we can make it whatever color too. There's 5,000 color combos. Ooh, and they're all so cute. Look at that. Is it slottable underneath? It is. That's perfect. That's so good. I really like that light wood, especially because the floors are dark. Is that this? I'm loving that. Because I want, you know, that first picture I showed you that I'm like, okay, we can't see the whole kitchen, but I like the vibe of this. That has the vibe of that kitchen. That's cute. And then we will have to make sure that, you know, the stove doesn't catch things on fire. But luckily, this is an actual stove, not a fireplace. Fireplaces like to catch things on fire in the proximity. Stoves will only catch on fire themselves and then may spread. You know, like having things next to it doesn't make the chance of a fire from the stove higher like a fireplace. So we should be good there. And luckily, our fireplace in here, I'm a little concerned because, like, this is technically wood, but hopefully the game doesn't have it marked as wood, because it's literally a part, it's like, that's from the game, and it's for a fireplace, but I don't know if the game realized that we were gonna put real fireplace material next to it, so I'm just hoping that's not a constant fire hazard. We could always turn fires off if that was an issue, but, you know, we'll just have to find out, I suppose. These rugs, I see these in a lot of these pictures, and I love these rugs because to me, I don't think of these as old-fashioned, right? Because growing up, we've always had these rugs. And so it's so funny to see them in every, like, super old-fashioned thing. And it's just because it's a nice style of rug. I might need the CC rug of this to have other colors, but for now, I could use that one. Okay. I was trying to redo the kitchen. What if we center this back here? I think we're saved. This is gonna have to be sized down, and this is where I can use tool. I forgot to open tool. What's the hotkey for tool? Is it Shift T? Isn't it like the point? Hold on, I gotta remember what this is. Oh yeah, okay. We want like, so one is normal. So you want like, and then that would make it half. And then don't you have to click it again and then get out of it? Yeah. I remember some things after using it for 5 seconds. I want to do this. Let me move out these things. And I was thinking we could put whatever table in the middle, just like in a lot of them. This is technically a cabinet. That's the sink. Wow, look how centered everything is. I do love symmetry. And then like you could do this here, which would be another one. It always looks so silly, but like that is what they did. It's also a small room. I can't move the door, right? Unless I shove it in the corner, I can, but then it gets the corner thing like this one and that one. You would have to definitely flip it if you did shove it in the corner. I guess you totally could. Thinking about it, just so it gives us more wall space. Legit. Ooh. Do 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 do. We could do. I need another little counter. What if we did... This one's a corner one. That's technically a corner one. And then you could take... Where'd that stair go? You could take these. I call that a stair. Chair, stair. And we have an ice box. And I have other little counters that are cute too. Oh, we could put this somewhere in here if we want. I think this vision's gonna work. I think it will. I'm gonna need the pump back here. I even put the... Well, you won't want to block right there. They might get a little too toasty over there. I don't want to toast the baby. Let's see. Yeah, I'll make sure things work. Right now, I just need to figure out where I want to put things. And it's a process. A process I hate doing, but... it be that way. Alright, move this out of here for now. Put it in my storage room. The literal storage room. Now the ice box, unless I scooch everything over. Do it like that too. Then that wall is really empty. Or you could shove it over here. That wouldn't look too bad next to that, honestly. We put something over here. The other thing is, this I would make brown. So let's change it to the color. Kind of like that deep brown. And then this, I think, has a matching swatch. If we wanted them to be. Especially because, yeah, all the little side pieces are the same too. So maybe, same person made them for them. Whoa. Is that from Better Build Buy? Wow! Look at that! That's fancy. What if we do... What if these are flipped and this isn't centered? Could even go over here. I mean, a lot of their kitchens, because we think, you know, everything is so stacked in kitchens now. You have the, you know, counters right up to the corners and yada, yada, yada. And a lot of these, it was more spread out because they were all loose. Nothing was attached. Oh, I do need to think of other storage. I will probably put shelves above here then. Again, as long as it's functional. But I have like these shelves that work really well to put stuff on. And we could do stuff like this so they can have storage. I also have the little smaller shelves too, which I still have out because some things weren't fitting on these as well, but also these look really nice. You could also stack storage on a wall. Seeing where theirs are. Theirs, I mean, they just have it hanging around the kitchen. Some are just standing even with nothing above them, just so they have more shelving space. Like, if there wasn't windows here, I'd probably... Oh my gosh, my nose. I'd probably put one over here, but we have windows. We could make it so there's only one window in here. Honestly, it would make it not centered. Not that it has to be. But it would give me room for some shelving. And it would give me room to hang the pans too, wouldn't it? We don't want to put shelves here per se because of the door. What would happen if we did take this away? So we have room for this. Let's see if we could make something like this work and still have this be functional too. I wonder if we could do something like that. As long as they could still cook here. That would be really cool. You could even move... Oh, I kind of like that moved in like that. I'll get a sim in here in a second once I get the furniture laid out and they can come test it. Where do I want to fit these? I want it to be out of... I think this is the best spot here. I just want to be like they can put, you know, the baby in and they're a part of it in here. I could put the door back and put this in the corner. Let me see what that looks like. What if we do this then? Put that back where it was. And you could put this in the corner. Unless I put that in the corner there and put the baby next to it. We could do something like that. I'm gonna grab a sim to test these in a second before I get too set on where I'm placing things. You can do something like that as long as baby could be there. We could make this do something like that. And then I have like a chair. Actually, it'd be kind of cute if you had one here. As long as they can still get around everything. You can do a different chair too. Or maybe in the corner over here even, as long as it doesn't burn or get in the way. I need to have some sims come test. Or even here. Ooh, how about here? This is good. I kind of want the one that's not with the pad on it. I just want a non-padded share of this. We'll have to make sure the door works. I don't know if it will. We'll find out soon enough. And then... I wonder if I have another shelf that's just one that would fit the length of this even. You could put stuff on the wall over here. Let's do a little bit of a test. So, assuming that we're gonna put something on the wall, assuming something's gonna be there, let's go see if a sim can even use this space. Because it's a lot. But I like where I'm going with it, and I need some tweaking, but I'm liking where it's going. I saved the game in case they set it on fire in here, because they very well might. We do have... Oh, please don't die. Let me grab Nora here. Who has the wood? Oh, she did steal the broom, by the way. Remember when we hung one up and it was gone? She does have it. Okay, Nora, we're gonna have you come test this kitchen real quick. Oh, and let's turn off the words on the grid off. Wait, you turn off the grid on. There you go, so that you have to do things a certain way here. Oh, that's gonna make it really dark in there. Oh, let me get you a light, shall we? Technically, all of the stuff is on the grid till we have some power, so hold on. Let me just give you, some light in here. Here you go. Perfect. All right, get in here. That did not do much. It's like too high up. It's not lighting. That's funny. All right, go here. Actually, I'll teleport you here. Make sure you can go through this door. Okay, so let's make sure you can wash your hands. Good, good, good. Oh, I want to put the thing in there, though, to make sure that still functions. Can you even use this? Cook off the grid. Oh, we don't have things. Hold on. Always wash before food prep. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Clean your hands first, ma'am. Let me turn simple living off for this testing. All right, now you should be able to cook. Okay, okay, okay. Make like grilled cheese, right? So it looks like... Oh, okay. She's obviously going to the fridge. I was like, where's she going? You can get into the fridge even if we have shelving there. And she can cook and has like room to stand there. All right. Those are good things. I'm gonna have to like grab a prep board that she uses on a counter and see if she'll go in these spots. Okay, go grab... Let's cook a salad. And let's see where... First of all, where do they default choose to go? Right there, which is perfect. Now, if I have you stop, so we know that one works. Now, if I move this... Oh, it's not happy with me. Can I not? Wait, why? Normally you can move them. Do I have to do it before she starts? My bad. Here, stop. Testing, testing. Now, stop. And use it anywhere here. Okay, we'll just keep leaving them in the spot so she'll keep going to the next one. Okay. So we know that spot works. So this has a double. Good to know. Go make another. Where will you go next? This spot works then. So the high chair, she will kind of glitch into. So we could like scooch the high chair over. All right, but that works. Okay, so let's stop. And go make another one. So this one must not work with the stuff there. She's going all the way outside. Okay, thank you. Let me move the shelf up and see if she'll cook here. That was hysterical. She's not cooking here either. Interesting. These are functional. But she did cook at this one. Is it just because these are so close she just chose those? Here. Let's try moving that up. That was funny. She full on went outside. Let's make another one. Do I have more? Girl, where are you going? Thank you. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Should I lock the doors and see where she goes? Here. I need that to lock. Oh yeah, I got the force to leave mod so that we can like click people to leave. Okay, I'm gonna lock. Well, that door doesn't really matter. Let's see if that works. No, so these aren't functioning for her then. But why? Because this is a counter. What if I put it... Does it only work against a wall? Because we could put a fake table in the center for just display, and maybe they don't actually cook at it since they can cook on the side, but also why isn't this one working? Let's move these entirely away. Or do they have to snap? I mean, I alt move counters. Guys, go check out Rapid View. How was stream? Let's see if it's because I alt placed them. Maybe they're weird. Try resuming that. Can you resume it? No. What about... Is this in your way? Can you go here? Oh, she can't get in there, apparently. Right? Oh, okay. So let's move the sink over. What if we just move it like that? And then we could try alt placing it if this works. No? Can you go here now? Why won't you pick this up? They can't put this in their inventories? I don't even think she can get it now. Okay. Can you go... Let's try again. Really? Wait, that's weird. What if I click cook together? No. Okay. Well, what's stopping you? How come this version of the counter worked, but these aren't? It looks like the cooking spot is on this side. Does it need to be flipped, maybe? Let's just, like, move it way out of the way and see if she... Go cook a single serving now. Do these not work? How weird. What if we move this entirely and move this so you should have plenty of room and we put it here like a normal counter would be? Then can you cook? Are these just not functional, but they should be. Interesting. So these versions just don't work, but this one does? Why? That's really weird. Because these are the counters from that folklore set. This game hates me, confirmed. And she went out to the other folklore counter that worked. So why is it just these two? Weird. The pan on the stove? No, she was able to cook on the stove, but she can't cook on this and she can't cook on this. Even though they're like, she can cook on these two spots and she was able to cook on the corner counter. Well, we could do a fake one, I guess. That's just so weird. What if I grab like brand new ones or something? I don't know. Let's just put like this one out. No, they just don't count as counters apparently. Like, I mean, they are like, they're supposed to be, but they don't work. Something in that wall? A hidden object? You know, that's always a good question. Like, I don't know. This one worked, and this one is the one you think wouldn't work, too. It's a corner one. I feel like corner ones have the most issues. That stuff on the wall should be whatever. It's not really in the way of anything. We know the fridge works there. Let's grab, like, we could do one of each and just see. It's so weird. Excuse me. It doesn't make sense. We know the corner one works. Technically, this one's an end table. Do the end pieces work, though? Those work in counter pieces. This one, like, here? And then we could... This one seemed to work when she went outside to use it. Just shove all that over there. Let's see if she will pick one to use now. So that one's the base one, and that one works. Has no one realized that some of these just don't work and no one's told her? Wait, yeah, that one's the one that worked outside. Is it just the end piece? Weird, but like she can sit it there. So is that piece not functional? Be really odd. I think you would say it's not functional. It's so weird because she'll sit it there. How rude. So we can use this one, and this one. Can she cook in an in-game end piece? I guess let's test that. I always thought they could, but maybe they can't. Let's see. Let's grab this. And let's grab an end piece. Just move this. Was I today years old that I learned that you can't cook on end pieces? I didn't know you couldn't cook on an end piece. Is that true? What's the point? Just decor? Is that legit a thing? Because is this one an end piece too? Yeah, the two pieces I like are end pieces. Wow. How have, like, none of us, like, just realized this? Do they have to be attached? Do these connect? No. Right? Because they don't really connect to each other. Because this is a normal piece. Well, this is a normal piece. Yeah, these don't snap together. Yeah, I guess only fake things on those then, which is fine, because not every piece in here has to be functional, and I'm gonna clutter, so I guess this lets us know that. Like, if we want to use this as the middle cooking table, which is fine, we just need to clutter it so we can put, like, the fake baking on it. Okay. I assume I can't undo everything I did. I'm just gonna have to replace everything. Well, that's good to know then. Alright, so besides the parts that are actually not functional, everything else worked in here the way I had it. Well, okay. I do have that one coffee machine that would work on the end piece. That's the, like, grinding one that they could make coffee on, so we could do that. That's dumb, but alright. I'm just slightly disappointed. But at least I know now rather than when I was done with the build and had them. Okay, let's turn off the grid off so that while I build... Okay. Let me try to put this back together now with that knowledge. We're going to put this back. I'm gonna have them clean up all of that food too. Maybe I should do that real quick. They're gonna have to finish because I can't delete these, right? Oh, I can delete these ones. Okay. Just not... So can you just not delete like the bowls? Normally I can't delete these things. Well, I have a cereal bowl sitting out here waiting to be deleted. Where did that go? I'll find it someday. So this one by the stove then would be fake unless I go ahead and use this one, which this one's fine too. It has a little drawer on it. So we could do that and then make sure it's functional. Oh, it has drawers on every side. Oh, because it's a corner one. But it's functional, but weird. This is an outside corner? Or, yeah. Wow. Interesting. I would probably just... That looks so weird. Wait, is there one on every side? Oh, it's on all sides except the front. Interesting. Or, the back. I mean, the back. So if you had that, like, out... you could access the drawers. So this one is a functional piece. You could, and this one's functional too, delete this. They cook from this side on that, I think. You could go like this and put stuff. Let's get my sink back too, because I did notice at first she really didn't have room to get back there either, but obviously that wasn't the whole issue. Put my sink back. And if you had it scooched over, I think they can get back there, but we can test it. Otherwise, you had to scooch it all the way over if we want to use one of these, which these ones, I mean, to be fair, that one's decor anyways. If you use the decor one like I had, They can't even get back there if they wanted. And you could just have like it look like food prep. And then I wouldn't have to worry about the shelves above it either. They could be as close as we want them to and wouldn't bother. We could do that and then just have them go up and have the pans and stuff. And then this one can go back in the middle, and now I know it's not going to be functional. That stays where it goes. This does work though, which is nice, and it works as two as well. So like technically two people could cook on that at the same time if we just keep the front open. Which I probably will keep the front open on that one. I probably won't clutter that much. Or like at all. It's not very big. Let's delete these real quick too. So we can put that there. No need to spam chat now. Put the chair relatively back over there. I'll place in a second once I get these where I want them. Put this one, which does work, back in the corner. Because I do like that as like another little corner they can cook in. I think it's functional this way. We'll test it again. And then this one, I mean, if you wanted another random thing, but I probably don't need that one. But that one is functional. So like this, you would have two places to cook, which would probably be the main place, and then in the corner. And then it would look like they're cooking in the middle and the side. I think that would work. And then the sink's functional, fridge is functional, and the rest would be decor, and the stove's functional. Oh, we could put some like wood over here. That would be good. Let me look. It might be firewood or logs. I have tons of firewood. There you go. Keep it nice and stocked. No, but I should use that somewhere else. I do love those. We would just need like the little one. Let's try firewood. See, now my searching's not so bad right now once it's going. Oh, that's cute. You would want enough. Could do something like that. Well, the door is there. Unless we make this... Well, actually, wait. That's centered. We could move the chair so they could have wood. You could do something like that. That'd be fine. I like this so that they can have their wood over here. Just do that, but then bring it out of the wall. Yeah, and then it shouldn't affect the door, but I can always have them test it. Technically, I could always flip it this way if we're worried about it being an issue like that, but yeah, we could do that. That'd be fine. I'm liking it. Okay, let's turn things back to the colors that I liked. Problem is there's so many good wood swatches on these. I like a lot of them. I'm not gonna make them all match because a lot of them are like different random pieces. I guess unless they use the same wood everywhere. Like what would happen if these three were the same? Be interesting. And then these I like being the dark swatch. This I had it look like it was painted. It doesn't have to be. We could keep it like those. It's just like so dark it blends in almost when it's like that, and I kind of like it white. Or we could have it painted some random color. Pink! The greens are fun. The green brings out the carpet. Are you going to clutter the center table because you can't use it for cooking? Yeah, we'll just make it look like that they were baking on it. Because, it won't work. This I'm probably gonna put right around here. Maybe line it up with a board. Or we could scooch it over and put their broom there too. Where did that broom go? Although apparently they're gonna be picking up the broom. But maybe if everyone who can sweep has a broom, maybe then they won't pick this one up, I'm assuming. There. And then if you have this one centered, ooh, or line it up between the two. Oh, I love it. I love it. The vibe is immaculate. We could even technically shove this over here if you're not functionally using that, but it'll look weird because it will look like they're not. Or if you don't want it to be a functional chair, you could push it in. I don't know. So many options. We can do the route of just putting it in it as long as it will work. I think it will be functional. Now, I hope their left hand is buff because, well, it's not gonna go on this side when it's like that. So we could do that. There you go. Fill up your sink. Because maybe this table, we don't set it as a prep table. Like, maybe don't set it up as if someone was cooking something there, but maybe put, like, their spices on it and stuff. So they could like grab from it. I'm trying to make it cluttered but functional but cluttered, but like where would you put a chair? If you weren't using a chair in the kitchen, where would you shove it in this kitchen? Probably in a place that's not in the way. And then if you needed it, you'd pull it out. And if somebody could come over here, or someone wanted to sit and work, they could pull it out. If someone wanted to sit by the baby, they could pull it out. We probably wouldn't unless we're setting up a scene, but it's there for the story. Part of me always wants to match all the wood tones, but I don't necessarily want to do that. And then that should all be functional still. I need to get my Sims out of here. They're in my way. And then this. I just gotta figure out this right here. So far, I am loving it. Let me teleport my Sims out. I liked having the pans like offset over here. I thought that was cool. These need to size. I mean, do they size down? Depending on what we're gonna put on them. Like, you could stack a few little things of spices on these. That might be really cute. As long as they slotted right. And then how do I want this placed too? works. I could even slide this over since it's not functional. But I do want to center on the space, I guess. So they're not going to want to waste space in them. So yeah, I guess center it between these boards. And then put these. I will just alt place them, I guess. Oh, I could go like this here. Put one here. Put one here. Maybe 3 might look cute. Ooh, I did not like that because it was searching for it. This here. I like these boards on the wall. They're good for centering things. We could put those up. That's what the chair is for, in case you can't reach a pan. Luckily, I mean, how tall is a sim here? Most of the time you could probably reach up and grab it, although if those are cast iron, I hope they're strong. You might drop it. And then I'll scooch these over now that I have them at a certain level. This is gonna be annoying. They'll just be close, because chances are they didn't really measure them putting them on the wall anyways, right? I hate when you stack 3 of the same things. It always makes the top one look smaller. Like, it's like an optical illusion, but they're not. You know? That looks good. Wait, is this not all the way to the wall? That would probably save us space over here too. What the heck? Where is the wall? Depth perception be with me. I think we could make that cute once we put stuff on it. I see a vision. And then the pans there. I just don't know a better place to put the pans. I guess the only other thing you could do is maybe center them here. Or you could squeeze them in. Let me see what it looks like. You'd have to have them over though, so they're not going to be centered no matter what. So I kind of like purposely making them not centered above that stuff. I could put them lower like this and just don't put anything right there on that shelf. It'll probably be fine. Ooh, we could put a shelf above here, put storage on. This one is centered like on the room, so we just need to scooch this one back. That helps give a little more space too. This one's hard. It's like I need a swatch in between, or you can just pretend they painted it white, but then it looks really white right there. And technically the ones I have out here are dark, so maybe I should just have it match those. And like I was saying before, I might put, I don't know, because then we have 3 height chairs out. But you know what? Maybe these height chairs were left here because the founding family that lived here, you know, with the guy is the one who died and he was mayor, and this is his family and everything being passed on to them, and his wife lives in their other house and all of that, right? They had twins, I think, right? These Sims can confirm. I believe they have twins, so maybe they had 2 height chairs like this because they had twins at one point. So maybe they left them there, and that's why we already have 2. I'll take that story. That's a good story. Yes, they have twinsies? Yeah, so maybe they had a set here, and then once they moved, obviously those kids wouldn't need the high chairs. And then they had a younger kid later, so I think that would work. And then just having one in the kitchen, I just thought that'd be fun because we could actually use it. But also, I got the inspiration from this picture. I'll show it again because I love this picture. This little chair, it's not a high chair, but it is but it isn't. It doesn't have like a tray. But that is totally a tiny chair that they made to put like a toddler in to sit up there while they're working in the kitchen. And I love that so much. It's so cute. He has twin older sisters. So we have it where we had to change the ages because we screwed up at first, but it's fine. They have 2 twin teens, girls. Yeah, they have twin teen daughters at the start of our Let's Play, and then a kid boy, which makes sense as to why that boy is not taking over as mayor or anything because he's still a kid. But I needed to make them a little older because at first I had them as an infant and like toddlers, but like the guy who died was like 55 when he died or something, so it didn't make sense, and we fixed it. But it would make sense for like why there might have been height chairs already built. Yeah, because yeah, my mom thought of it because she was asking about like the kid's age or something, and I was like, they're like little babies, and then yeah, it went from there. And then we were like, wait. I was like, oh, these Sims, I am so sorry to have you remake these, but at least, I mean, you just have to age them up, but you have to dress them and stuff. But yeah, that little chair, I love it. I love this. This vibe is what I'm trying to mimic, basically. Not the actual stuff per se, but just this picture gives me nice feelings, you know? I would cook in that kitchen. It looks cozy. Right now, this kitchen is not very bright. Whew. Let's move this. It is so cozy. Just love that. So I got that where I want it, right? Did I push it to the wall? Yeah. Thinking we could maybe put one of these. We could do these brown. Okay. I'm loving this. So let's go ahead. This was the coffee grinder, which I don't really need, right? Oh, we could put it in the center if we wanted, but I'm gonna set that up different. We could always store it somewhere. Let me just put it in their inventory right now. Let me delete some of this stuff and get stuff off my lot that we don't need, right? So much stuff out right now. My poor game. Delete this, delete this, delete this, delete this. Like I have these little sets we could put out here. It'd be adorable. I'm really liking what I've done with this place. There's some really good in-game items that Kane showed me that I want to use. I did screenshot it because Asia gave me a friendly reminder. Because I focus on CC so much, I forget the in-game stuff. Ooh, we could have like these all around here. That's gonna be so cute. Oh, we could even hang them in the window so it looks like they like dried out. Wow, look at that. My game is lagging really bad when I place things. Is that normal? Do I blame Better Build Buy? Maybe once I delete everything on the lot, things won't be so bad. These are like onions. He from the stove dries them out. I love it. Because these have little hooks too, so you could put them all around. Oh, we'll have to really display these nicely. Okay, well, what we learned today is if your edges of the items in your game are super jagged, what do? It's your anti-aliasing. Well, you need to make sure that's on, right? You need to make sure it smooths the edges. We learned that. But if you have that on too much, it makes things too sharp. And you're half listening. And we also learned that the lines we see in some of the really high poly CC goes away if you don't have anti-aliasing on, but then you have jagged edges everywhere, so you need like a nice mix. And apparently if the creators made it a little different, it wouldn't have the jagged lines, but also you can fix it by changing some settings on your graphics card. We learned so many things today. What else did we learn? Oh, Better Build Buy, it does add some lag to build by. That is true. I wasn't wrong. But it's because you already have so much CC on top of it bringing in debug, on top of it reorganizing. But it can be worth it. It doesn't actually curse your game. It's just how it felt. What else did I learn? I learned that I think I like this kitchen layout way better. I need something here, though. We could always move the chair over, maybe, and then, like, put... Oh, I know. What if we did this? I used tool just for, this carpet. Yeah, because I'm having it where, like, I'll move things and it, like, lags and... But I don't know if I can blame it all. Yeah, I need my little bin. Where did that go? The, bin to throw stuff away. What if we moved the high chair over and then put the bin closer over here? We could do that. And then put some stuff on the walls so it's not so bare. I think that would probably fill it all in. We could do that. That's the compost bin. Okay. Yeah, I just made with tool today, I made this rug a tiny bit smaller so that it wouldn't, be overlapped by stuff. This kitchen is gonna be such a vibe. I'm really liking what I did. Obviously, we need to add much more clutter, but oh yeah, that would fill that space. If we put something on the wall, maybe something hanging there so it's just not so white. Technically, I mean, I did have a door there before. I could put a door back. That would probably take up a lot of space. There was a door like right here to go out here. But theoretically, if you squished everything over, the door could come back. But I think this is gonna be perfect. It's functional. We'll be able to hang stuff up. It's adorable. This goes back to the secret bathtub room. And then this goes into their nice dining room. This will go outside onto the porch. This goes into living. This is gonna be literally so fun to play with. Look how beautiful that looks. Imagine Sim playing piano there singing. I'm a cry and a toddler's just dancing. Fine. It's too cute. That'll be good. That'll be good. And then the grandparents will be right over here. So they'll be on the main floor. Oh, I love. And then their store will be right out here. Not done yet. The rest of the family will be up here. Those need to be finished. And then you go out onto their front porch and you see crap everywhere. No, it'll be fine. You'll go over here and the church is here. And then you'll go back here and this will all be a road. And then there'll be a pond with a giant scary baby. And then there'll be the schoolhouse. And then you go over here, and there'll be the barn, and a horse. And then you go over here, and you'll see the other two parts of town. It's coming together. Do you see the vision? There's a good vision. Thanks for hanging out today. Thanks for hanging out through tech issues and just trying to make my game run better and all of that. I really do appreciate it. I really, really do. I love you. We're gonna get tons done next week. It's gonna be great. We're gonna flourish. All right, I'll see you on Monday. Bye!